daily digest is what I want to call this tarot reading. This is a collective for anybody who is tuning in. I will, of course, just focus on general energies, but I will also bring up, if there are certain signs that come up, then I will, of course, talk about them, like zodiac signs, for example. And I'm just going to look at the general energy. You can use this reading anytime you find this. This doesn't have to be time bound. If this is for you, if this makes sense for you, if the title makes sense for you, then that's great. And if not, then that's great too. All right, so let's see. I will do a Celtic cross. I already did this in German. You can check out my German channel as well. You find it in the description box or in the in the comment box. And let's see what's happening here for you. Also join the chat if you want to chat. Then I'm also trying to peek, take a look. I don't see everything, but I try to catch the most important stuff in the chat. All right, so let's see. Heart of the matter. Ooh, the Hierophant. Taurus, this is strong. The German reading that I did just a minute before this also had strong Taurus focus. Yeah, we do have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is a card of commitment, is a card of spiritual belief systems, of traditions, of religions, even maybe of dogma. So we want to, with the Hierophant, we want to look at our belief system. We want to look at our spiritual practice. We want to look at our daily routines, maybe when it comes to spiritual practices, if you do practice spirituality, which I would probably think when you're watching tarot readings. So what is the thing that connects me to a higher source, whatever you want to call it, or a source within, that I want to maybe take a little more seriously? Or what is a deeper sense of meaning that I can create through daily practice? That's somehow the Hierophant card. Of course, the Hierophant can be a guru. Be careful with gurus. I'm just like always saying that it's a slippery slope. It can be a priest in actuality. It can be a person you can learn from also. So yeah, this can be teachings that you want to look into, maybe spiritual teachings that might help you, you know, connect deeper to source, or however you want to call it, you know. Four of Swords in the subconscious. Ooh, Ace of Cups, very beautiful. There is a newfound sense of, I want to say belonging for some reason, even though the Ace of Cups doesn't necessarily mean that, but belonging within yourself that you might want to work with. Maybe there was something that sparked a sense of self-love or joy for you in the recent past, or we found a new source within us to draw from on more of a heart level that helps us bring that out. And maybe we kind of want to find a system how we can bring that into our everyday, and what can we do with that really endless source of love and light. And I know this sounds cheesy for a lot of people, but it is what it is. With the Four of Swords in the subconscious, we need to make sure that we rest, also our brains, because this can be a very exhausting process. Committing yourself to something, and I just get this really strong vibe of committing yourself to something on the everyday. It can be, of course, a relationship as well. It can be about building something of deeper meaning also with a person. But it's mainly something that comes from within that we want to bring outside. So with the Ace, we are in the process of, we found something within that we have not yet connected with outside sources. So that's the process here. And this process, I think, really committing to this might be exhausting. You know, Four of Swords is really asking us to rest, to take our time, to reflect, maybe to take a nap. It's as simple as that. It can just be a nap, you know. With the higher self, or our higher understanding and consciousness of things. Ooh, we are in the Five of Swords. That's intense, because the Five of Swords we had in the German reading, and it's a theme. Four of Swords, Five of Swords. That's of course like a logical step. And within our higher understanding, we might already be a step ahead, that we really ruthlessly, for some reason, need to cut out things, thoughts, opinions, influences that really don't serve us and don't serve our higher beliefs. And that might feel somewhat brutal to some people, because sometimes when we really find a deeper meaning within some sort of practice, we might have to cut out in a more terminating type of manner things, thoughts, especially thoughts and ideas that are in our way. And that could obviously be very exhausting. It could also be that you have to fight for what you believe in here, and you're getting ready for this. So we might want to take a rest before we step into this new position. Ooh, yeah. And there it is. It was there in the German reading as well. This is exactly that moment where we step into this new position. And it's no coincidence that this is coming after the Hierophant. So it's not the number 6, but it's the number 7, the Chariot. The Chariot is stepping into this new way forward, into this new path. He's very also intuitively in tune with where he wants to go. So he's ready for this big new step into somewhat of an unknown path that is at the same time very exciting. So this is really strong beliefs. This combination is really, really strong beliefs. And based on this understanding and faith that there is always an unlimited source of really love and joy that we can draw from within. That's very strong, very, very strong spiritual energy, and not for the light headed, I want to say, because this is a conviction. This is really a conviction more than anything. And wow, that's strong, you know. So, whew. The Knight of Swords, of Wands, I'm sorry. This is action. This is taking action. So out of this enormous inspiration and therefore faith, we're taking action. And we're taking action like full on. That's the Knight of the Wands. It's a king energy, so it's fire and fire. So it's a full on forward, I'm going to get what I want and I'm going to do it no matter what. And the Five of Swords is this no matter what energy, you know. The Five of Swords is exactly that no matter what is going to happen, I'm going to do it. And there's no stopping me. There's no holding me back. There's just no holding me back. And that's very beautiful because we have this combination of water and fire here. And it's very balanced with this I want to say, big spiritual adventure that we are stepping in here, backed in this never-ending source of self-love, I want to say, that really inspires us to go without compromises into what we believe in. This is also Five of Swords, no compromise. There is also this realization, I think we know we might step on some people's toes, or with this very clear vision of where we want to go. I mean, it's not a clear vision, it's more like the step is clear, that I want to go into this new journey. It's very clear, very convinced. We might irritate people, of course, that's what happens. And we might have to stand up for ourselves in a way that might feel uncomfortable to us and also to others. Because for us, we know this is right, even though it's not for other people. And that's hard. And that's, yeah, literally hard. Because that's a very hard energy, the Five of Swords, mental. It's very exhausting mentally. And therefore we need to rest. It's the Four of Swords. All right, so, woo, that's so much passion for where you want to go. I mean, of course, this can also be about a relationship. I will talk about relationships in a little bit, in particular, but this is more about you and your conviction, your beliefs. And there's a lot of passion here for this path that you want to step in. And it feels very instinctually and intuitively right. It feels very much like you're going after it, and at the same time you're pulling in everything. So it's like a two-way sort of manifestation. It's a perfect balance, actually, of really knowing when to grab the opportunities, when to do the thing, when to step into action, and when to just really magnetically pull in through your passionate energy that you are like radiating, I want to say, which is the Lust card. She is just radiant she is full of life and passion, and she doesn't even need to, she can really instrumentalize so much around her, and also people. I mean, you need to be careful with this, because you can really instrumentalize people around you to move into a direction, and they will follow. And it's like taming, even the beast, taming really strong forces to move into a direction that you're deciding on. Wow, I love it. I love it. So much fire energy, so much passion. So outside influences, ooh, yeah. I mean, of course. This makes a lot of sense to me in my book, because when we are in this very freeing, very strong, very capable and very convinced energy, other people might feel like they're not worthy, or they might try to project their insecurities onto us. And that's what I see here. Or they might feel left out, or they might feel victimized by us freeing ourselves. And yes and no. Sorry, because this doesn't seem like, I mean, yeah, this is a little harsh energy. Maybe we're cutting off people who are just not vibing with us. But yeah, people might just give you a hard time, or feel like, what, you know, you might get some, I don't want to say hate, but you might get some bad vibes from people, or maybe even some envy, in a sense of, oh, why can't I do what she's doing, or what he's doing? I don't feel worthy of what you're having, or what you are accomplishing, or what you are, this courage is making me feel like I'm not enough. This courage of this person, because it's very courageous what's happening here. This is all about courage. Last card, which is the Strength card, the Chariot, the Knight of Wands. This is all about courage and stepping into action, even though we might be afraid, even though we might feel some fears, even though we might be a little scared or anxious. And us doing that might make some people who are not ready feel less than, you know, but that's not the intention. That's their projection. Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, fears might come up here, of course. This is the position of fears, the Hanged Man. That there might be a lingering fear that by taking a step into a certain direction, we might at the same time imprison ourselves. Because the High Priest, of course, is a very strict system on how to do things. You know, it's very much, it's rules. It's like, I do believe in this, and that's why I'm going to take a step in this direction, and that's why I'm going to act in a specific way every day so I can live out what I believe in. That is something that could keep us trapped, of course. But it's all for spiritual growth, which is the Hanged Man. That's the Hanged Man card. He's all about growing spiritually by building more subconsciously, probably, having built restrictions for himself that in the end made him stronger, or made him reflect deeper, or made him go deeper, or made him transcend into a stronger version of himself, of herself. And this is a very strengthening time. But yeah, of course, we don't like to feel restricted. It can be quite comfortable for some people and lustful in a way, but we kind of still want to have control over the circumstances and when we can get out of some sort of constriction or confinement. And with the Hanged Man, that might be difficult to have that. We might just be patient for somebody to come and help us down from this, or a new perspective. That's also something we cannot force, but we have to invite, help us move ourselves out of this position. But yeah, this is in the fears, so of course this is a very logical thing that can come up when we move into this, like with this strong conviction into a new path. What's the key card or outcome? Oh, you guys. Star card. Yeah, I mean, you're exactly where you need to be, baby. That is what I'm saying. I mean, this is who you are. This is what you do, and this is your thing. Do your thing. You know, do your thing. Star card. We're very protected from above, from the universe, when we have a star energy here. This is really our inner source or outer source, all the same thing, calling us to just be ourselves as much as we can be that. To really fully trust in the imperfectly perfect version that we've arrived in right now of ourselves, of our avatar, I want to say. This is beautiful. The star card. I mean, the star card, ladies and gentlemen, this is the key card. So this is where you need to be. This is where you want to be. And this is where you ought to be to really show yourself fully and without compromises. The star card for me is always literally thinking about these kind of superstars that are just, you know, there's no excuses, or there's no pretentiousness. There's just like, this is me, and take it or leave it, you know. And this is what this energy is giving. This is what this reading is giving. So let's see what relationships have to say. Maybe we have a little more insight in a specific relationship situation. This can be any relationship, romantic or also, you know, family or friends or colleagues. Just a relationship that might be on your mind a lot or might feel complicated. Let's see. This other person. Ooh, Four of Wands. Well, I mean, there's a person, or there's an influence, probably more intimate person, who thinks you are the SHIT, I would say. So, very inspiring. They might see a lot in you, or we might really open our eyes to a connection and belief also. I mean, we are in the star energy. When we are ourselves, the people will come and see that and like that and want that and find that very, very, very interesting. Four of Wands is really more than interesting. It's not just like you're attractive. It's more like, wow, this is my person, or oh, I want to hang out with this person, or oh, this is really fun. It is often referred to as an engagement card, but you know, this is just a very superficial way of reading those cards. Four of Pentacles. I mean, Four of Pentacles and Four of Wands. It's two fours, a lot of stability. I love it. In a connection, that's good. I think you might be a little more cautious here to give away resources, time, interest, and to invest. Another person might be a little more free, giving, but more on a maybe not that grounded level, just on an experiencing level. The Four of Pentacles is still actually a pretty stable place of us maybe not being fully ready to open up yet, or wanting to give something time, or not wanting to lose our own stability here. So maybe we've established a place for ourselves where we feel stable, and therefore we're just, even though people might perceive us as like this amazing person that they see as their soulmate, maybe we are just like a little more hesitant at this time, which is, you know, that's cool. You do you. Star card, you do you. So let's see how this might come together or is mirroring each other. Ten of Cups. Okay. Well, this might just be your person. I don't think you need to... Oh, okay, you guys. Whoever sees this, give it a chance, because this might just... If this is a dating scenario, this has nothing to do with old heartbreak. This is a new thing. You might want to let go and work through some old heartbreak first, because there is some, but this has nothing to do with this new person, because this new person, you're ready, you know. Even if it's not here yet, we're ready to draw it in. If we are in the star energy, this is exactly the place where we are drawing our soulmate in. If we really go into this moment of believing and faith and conviction, this is when people are attracted to us, obviously. Two of Cups, 10 of Cups, this is it. I mean, it doesn't get more, Four of Wands, it doesn't get more exciting than this and emotionally deep than this with a person. Devil in the reverse, great, because we don't have toxic bonding here or toxic energies that are too distracting. Of course, there's always toxic things in relationships and we need to be aware of them and work on them, but this is not built on an unhealthy foundation. That's what I want to say. Great. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. I mean, come on, you guys. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. There's nothing more I can say other than give it a chance. Take your time. If you need your time, that's fine. If this is really your person, they will understand. They will give you the time. But I think being open and trying to open up your heart and allow yourself to feel a little more, because this coin, as we see in the 4 of Coins, is really blocking the heart chakra. And that's understandable when we have old experiences that really hurt us, maybe. But yeah, this is not this time. This is not the time, because this is about also knowing yourself, you know, and believing in something passionate that is not having you lose control over a situation. Let's put it that way. All right. Nice. I love it. This was the Daily Digest. This is the new series on the art of tarot. It is a collective reading. I will try to keep this up. I'm trying to just do new things here on this channel, and I think a collective daily is a nice little thing. Of course, this can work for you any day you find this. Maybe this is just speaking to you. Yes, this is for all signs. It's not too specific. It's a specific story though, if this is your story and if you can work with this and it gives you a little more insight or inspiration, then that's great. And I hope you have a great rest of the night and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.